In this video, we will talk about cultural etiquette tips for travelers. Traveling to new places can be an exciting adventure, but it's important to understand and respect local customs and cultural norms. Knowing how to behave appropriately can make your trip more enjoyable and help you connect better with the people you meet. Here are some essential cultural etiquette tips for travelers. 1. Do your research. Before you travel, spend some time researching the culture and customs of your destination. Understanding basic social norms, dress codes, and behaviors will help you avoid unintentional offenses. Look up common phrases in the local language and learn about local customs and traditions. This preparation shows respect and helps you navigate your visit more smoothly. 2. Dress appropriately. Different cultures have varying standards for dress. In some places, modest clothing is required, especially when visiting religious sites or rural areas. Avoid wearing overly casual or revealing clothing in such settings. It's a good idea to dress conservatively. When in doubt, when visiting temples, churches, or mosques, make sure to cover your shoulders and knees. 3. Respect local customs. Each culture has its own set of customs and traditions. For example, in many Asian countries, it's important to remove your shoes before entering a home or certain places. In some Middle Eastern countries, public displays of affection are frowned upon. Be observant and follow local practices to show respect for their way of life. 4. Learn basic local phrases. Learning a few basic phrases in the local language can go a long way. Simple greetings like hello, please, and thank you are appreciated and can help break the ice. Even if you're not fluent, making an effort to speak the local language shows respect and can lead to more positive interactions. 5. Be mindful of body language. Body language varies significantly from culture to culture. In some places, direct eye contact is seen as a sign of confidence, while in others, it may be considered rude. Similarly, gestures like pointing or showing the soles of your feet can be offensive in certain cultures. Pay attention to how locals behave and adjust your body language accordingly. 6. Respect dining etiquette. Dining customs can differ widely. In some cultures, it's polite to finish all the food on your plate, while in others, leaving a little food can be a sign of satisfaction. Familiarize yourself with local dining practices, such as how to use chopsticks in Asia or proper table manners in Europe. Also, be aware of any specific dining customs, like communal eating or tipping practices. 7. Observe social etiquette. Social norms can vary, so it's important to be aware of local etiquette. For instance, in many cultures, it's customary to greet people with a handshake, while in others, a bow or cheek kiss is preferred. Be polite and follow local social customs, such as waiting for your host to start a meal or respecting personal space. 8. Use proper greetings and titles. Different cultures have different ways of greeting people. In some places, using formal titles and last names is important, while in others, first names are used. Pay attention to how locals address each other and follow suit. It's also respectful to greet people properly, such as shaking hands or bowing, depending on local customs. 9. Be sensitive to local taboos. Every culture has its own set of taboos or sensitive topics. Avoid discussing controversial subjects like politics or religion unless you're familiar with local attitudes. Be aware of cultural taboos, such as certain gestures, colors, or symbols that might be considered offensive. Showing sensitivity to these issues will help you avoid uncomfortable situations. 10. Practice environmental respect. Respecting the environment is a universal value. Dispose of trash properly, follow local recycling guidelines, and be mindful of environmental conservation practices. In some places, littering or damaging natural landmarks can be seen as disrespectful. Showing care for the environment is a way of demonstrating respect for the local community and its values. 11. Adapt to local pacing and time. Different cultures have different attitudes towards time. In some places, punctuality is crucial, while in others, a more relaxed approach to time is common. Understand and adapt to local expectations regarding time, whether it's about arriving on time for appointments or understanding flexible schedules. 12. Be patient and flexible. Traveling in a new culture can sometimes be challenging. Things might not always go as planned, and local ways of doing things might be different from what you're used to. Be patient and flexible, and try to approach any challenges with an open mind. Your willingness to adapt will help you have a more positive experience. 13. Respect local traditions and festivals. Participating in or observing local traditions and festivals can be a highlight of your trip. However, it's important to do so respectfully. Learn about the significance of these events and follow local practices. Avoid interrupting ceremonies or being intrusive, and ask for permission if you want to take photos. 14. Understand tipping practices. Tipping practices vary around the world. In some countries, tipping is expected and appreciated, while in others, it may not be customary. Research local tipping norms before you travel so you know how much to tip and when. In some places, service charges are already included in your bill, so additional tipping may not be necessary. 15. Respect personal space and boundaries. Different cultures have different notions of personal space. In some places, people stand close during conversations, while in others, more distance is maintained. Be mindful of these differences and respect personal boundaries. If you're unsure, observe how locals interact and follow their lead. 16. Be cautious with photography. Photography is often welcomed, but in some places, it may be restricted or prohibited. Always ask for permission before taking photos, especially in sensitive areas like religious sites or private property. Respect no photography signs and be considerate of people's privacy when taking pictures. 17. Engage with local communities respectfully. Building positive relationships with local communities can enhance your travel experience. Approach interactions with respect and an open mind. Show genuine interest in their culture, listen to their stories, and participate in local activities in a respectful manner. 18. Handle currency and transactions appropriately. Understanding local currency and transaction practices can help avoid confusion. Be aware of how to handle money, including tipping practices and handling cash or credit cards. Familiarize yourself with local prices to ensure you're paying fair amounts. 19. Respect local laws and regulations. Every country has its own set of laws and regulations. Make sure you're aware of and follow these rules to avoid legal trouble. This includes understanding regulations about importing or exporting goods, local dress codes, and any specific laws that might affect your behavior. 20. Show appreciation and gratitude. Finally, showing appreciation and gratitude goes a long way. Whether it's thanking someone for their help or expressing your enjoyment of a local meal, a little kindness can make a big difference. Acknowledging the hospitality and efforts of others is a universal way to show respect and build positive connections. By following these cultural etiquette tips, you'll be better prepared to navigate different cultures respectfully and enjoy your travels to the fullest. Embracing and understanding local customs not only enhances your experience but also fosters mutual respect and positive interactions with the people you meet along the way. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.